Hello, dear Pisces. My name is Michaela. Welcome to my astrology channel called Todayenergy. In this video, we will be discussing the most important astrological events for April for Sun, Moon, and Rising Pisces. It's truly an interesting month with two new moons, and one of them is a solar eclipse with the beautiful magical conjunction of Jupiter and Pisces in your sign. Pluto goes retrograde at the end of the month, so that's really a mixed bag of energies, some more intense, some karmic, but we really hope for the support of the universe, and mostly by keeping our own faith and optimism, and you will be our guiding light through this month, I believe, Pisces. So we start the month with a new moon in Aries on the 1st of April, and that's your second house. So new opportunities, fresh starts, new projects related to your work and how you earn money, hopefully some increase in the income and maybe new work position as well, maybe some shopping. The second house is not only how we earn money, but also what we spend it for. So new acquired items for your home. Of course, maybe you are starting some work on your own value system and your self-esteem. How do you value yourself? I always recommend writing down wishes on new moon, setting your intentions. It's like planting the seeds in the soil and watch them grow and eventually manifest in our lives. If you forget to do it this time on this new moon, you'll have a second chance just 2 days later. So very special hours between 10 o'clock in the night on the 2nd of April up to 7:30 in the morning on the 3rd of April. That's when Mercury conjuncts the Sun. This is Bulgarian time, Eastern European time, so you might want to recalculate it for your location. Ancient astrologers believed that when the planet is traveling too close to the sun, it's not good for the planet because it's burned in the rays of the sun, except this special couple of hours when the planet is exactly in the center of the sun from our earthly perspective, of course. And that's enhancing, boosting the energies and qualities of the planet. Mercury is how we talk, how we communicate. It's our mind processes, our plans for the future. So this night, well, for us, it's going to be night, so we might get super important insights in our dreams. So we have to pay attention on the messages in the dreams, or just before we go to bed, what we hear, what we think of. Maybe write down again your wishes, your plans for the future, and that could be something really genius or insightful. Especially in your case, it's about money and work and self-esteem. On the 5th of April, Mars conjuncts Saturn. At 22 degrees of Aquarius, that's your 12th house. So that's not an easy conjunction because Mars wants actions and Saturn wants building foundations and stability and cool-headedness, right? And especially in your case, 12th house is your subconscious, and Saturn transiting 12th house is never easy because it's like activating your inner fears, insecurities. It's like this inner parent voice or inner critical voice reminding you of your limitations subconsciously. And it can even for some people play out as panic attacks, for example. Yeah, you want to do something, but you're stopped your impulse. And in this case, it's exactly Mars gives the impulse, Saturn blocks it. But also, it can mean a strong dedication to some idea, right? 12th house is about endings and cleaning and cleansing and letting go, especially of self-destructive habits, like, I don't know, drinking, smoking, drugs, but also it could be about low self-esteem and allowing others to manipulate you, this kind of stuff. And here, Mars and Saturn can really give you this decision to be solid like a rock and determination to never have another cigarette again in your life, for example, right? So it's very important, the intention you give yourself on the 5th, maybe again through prayer and meditation, or, you know, working with a psychologist, or esoterics and spiritual practices. The same day Venus goes into Pisces, your 1st house, so you become even more so charming and diplomatic and pleasant, and you know, that's first, the 7th house is about your look, your health, and your relationships. So it's really helpful for personal and business relationships as well, because Venus might bring some incomes and money or financial possibilities. On the 11th, Mercury goes into Taurus, that's your 3rd house. So the planet of communication in the house of communication, information, studies. So that's great to sort out your documents, meet new people, be proactive in social media, great for promote yourself, PR, marketing campaigns. If you do some trading, it's cool as well. So a lot of hustle and bustle definitely in your life. Communication also with your nearest environment, your family members, siblings, cousins, your neighbors too. And trips, short distance trips, and attention towards your vehicle. On the 12th, there is this beautiful conjunction of your rulers in the 23rd degree of your sign. Most probably that's your 1st house, especially if your ascendant is around the 23rd degree. That's really, really magical and unique. You can watch my whole video dedicated to Jupiter-Neptune conjunction in Pisces on my channel. It looks on all the aspects and possibilities, but I hope, of course, the manifestation will be only and truly positive. That's faith, that's optimism, that's miracles, because you believe that everything is possible. So again, it's very important your own kind of self, like the NLP, right? How you wire yourself, what you tell to yourself, that you can do anything or that you will pity yourself. Well, let's hope it's not about playing the victim, but it's being the hero truly, because you will be pouring on us, I hope, this kind of waterfall of love and compassion, and especially in the given all the harsh events going on currently in the world and the war and so on, we really need some Piscean compassion and philanthropy, like love of other people and the world without borders for people who unfortunately suffer and need some help and support. So you might be this kind of, you know, it's the energy of Mother Teresa, of the energy of Mahatma Gandhi as well, the energy of Dalai Lama. It's the Jupiter kind of being the spiritual leader, and it's the Neptune, this unconditional love of Jesus Christ. And this will be all happening in your 1st house, which is like how you see yourself and interact with the world. So dream big, really, Pisces, dream big, whole April, really. And of course, release these inner fears and inner blockages that you have to be able to achieve huge deal, really. Of course, it's great for relationships and finding your perfect 2nd half, significant other. On the 15th, Mars goes into your sign as well, so boosting even more your courage and drive and ambition to act, to be the leader. On the 16th, we have the full moon in Libra, and that's your 8th house. And full moon is culmination, it's endings. 8th house is usually about some crisis, difficult situations in life, which make us, you know, being reborn and grow like stronger and more powerful and wiser. So maybe it's the peak, the culmination and ending of some such difficult process for you. 8th house is when we work with a psychologist, or we're interested in esoterics, especially to kind of dig deep inside of ourselves and, you know, shed light on even the darker sides of our soul. So maybe such a process culminates for you. New full moons bring news as well, and information. Also, it can be news and information about your intimate partner, about pregnancy and giving birth, or conception. And as well, it can be about passive income and shared resources, shared finances of your family, or the income of your partner, for example, or that you're getting some loan that you needed, some kind of information and culmination here too. Now on the 20th, Sun goes into Taurus, illuminating even more your third house of studying, traveling, communication, meetings, social media, information, basically, and gadgets as well. On the 27th of April, Venus conjuncts Neptune, your ruler, in your first house. So that's a great day for romance, for dates, for pampering yourself, being in the nature, going to a spa, to massages, really as well negotiations, because you are extremely kind of seductive and sweet and diplomatic at the same time, so you can get a lot ahead of what you want in a soft way. And of course, great day for just dreams and spiritual practices too. 29th is the day when Pluto goes retrograde. It stations, but of course, because it's such a slow planet, so kind of slowing down its speed to reach this point of being stopped, stationed, and to turn the direction of movement. We feel it already at least like a week before. So the last week of April is very Plutonic week, with all the universe attention to Plutonic topics. That happens on the 28th degree of Capricorn, which is your 11th house. Pluto wants attention and transformation, and 11th house is friendships. So you might be surprised about suddenly something that was swept under the carpet or not talked through with your friends, with your like-minded people. It's about groups, social activities in NGOs, in governmental organizations, in maybe your yoga class, right? So there might be some changes there. Something might be revisit, or some information, important information might come to the light. So you can decide, is this a person, your true friend? Is this group of people really sharing your values, or do you belong in this group of people, or you have changed your mind and value system? Also, 11th house is about our long-term goals. So it's like Pluto making you be really deeply honest with yourself. What do you want in life and where you are heading? On the 30th, Mercury goes into Gemini. That's your fourth house. So a lot of communication and gatherings with your family members and parents, some news from them. Documents, maybe if you buy or sell property, negotiation, and maybe children, attention to children in the family. And of course, relocations and moves. The same day, there is the partial solar eclipse at 10 degrees of Taurus, and that's your third house. Solar eclipses are like 100 times more powerful new moons, so new beginnings, and especially with North lunar node here pointing towards the future development. So we're talking about you paying attention to your closest, nearest environment, your neighbors, your neighborhood. Maybe you are engaged in some social projects with your neighbors about cleaning or enhancing the activity life in your neighborhood. Maybe it's about something super new is happening, crucial in the life of your siblings or cousins. Maybe you start some business with them. Third house is about business and mostly online. So maybe you finally decide to open a blog and share your ideas and thoughts with the world. So it's exciting. Maybe you finally start learning a new language, and later you will go to work in this country whose language now you are just taking, these baby steps to start learning. Generally, new moons are the time when we set our intentions, right? We program our new beginnings in the future. But here it's an eclipse, so it's about karmic energy, and universe is guiding us to the right direction according to our soul mission. If you believe in reincarnation and how the soul wanted to be born in your body with your mentality, in your family, in your country, so it knew what stages it will pass through and what lessons, right? So eclipses are times of course correction and like returning you back to the original source and original path. So it's important to keep it cool, be grounded, be mindful, thoughtful, kind of go with the flow, which is a very Piscean energy, you know about it, just being attuned to all this destiny and karmic energies around. It might feel hectic, like a turmoil, really, but eventually, if again we keep the love and faith in the universe, in the higher mind and destiny, then it will all turn well for us eventually. So, dear Pisces, I wish you amazing April, very interesting, rich, empowering you with positive changes, hopefully. Thank you for liking my videos, for watching them, and for subscribing to my channel. I'll see you soon.